here, and by request, I'm going to show you guys how to create custom loadouts for players that play on your server or that donate, or you want to give yourself a custom loadout. You can go ahead and do that for yourself. A few things you're going to need to know. You're going to need to know unique ID right here. Also, you're going to need to know what the game registers as items and their code names and whatever it may be. One of the best places to do this, and I'll put it on the link in the description, is going to be armatechsquad.com. Here you can is going to be the coding for everything, every weapon, buildings, just random objects, and so on and so forth, backpacks. But you're going to need to make sure that you're getting weapons that are actually not banned within DayZ. Otherwise, they're just not going to load up at all. So we're just going to go, and let me give you a brief explanation as to what it is that's going on here. When you are putting items into the inventory section, which is pretty much when you open up your inventory by pressing G in game, this is everything that's going to show up. First thing you got to do is you need to start off with 2 brackets in the front, and then at the very end you end it with 2 brackets in the back. Okay. Now the first thing we're going to open up here up at the top, the 2 brackets. The first bracket opens up your inventory section, and the second bracket opens up a certain section into your inventory, and you are going to need to split it up between actual items and mags. So the first portion is going to be the actual items that are in the inventory. Now you notice I've got night vision goggles, binoculars, which is actually binocular_vector, and then M9SD, item GPS, item hatchet, so on and so forth. Each item needs to be separated, or it needs to be in quotations and then separated with a comma that you see here, and then you open up the next item with quotations, put in the item code, end it in quotations, and separate it with a comma again. So as you see here, everything that we have right here is set for excuse me, your item set. So this player, Nighthawk, who plays on my server, he's got what I call the sniper loadout, but this one's been a little bit changed from the traditional sniper loadout, and this is what he has as his items. He has a trenching tool, military flashlight, a watch, toolbox, DMR, so on and so forth. Then we get into the mags. Now, after you've done the items bracket, you end it with quotations and end it with 1 bracket, separate it with a comma, and then create another bracket, and this is going to be your magazine types and like ghillie suits and so on and so forth. So he's got 20 round DMR mags. He's got a ghillie suit, which is the skin_sniper1_DayZ, and he's got some M9SD mags. Now you got to put in for how many clips you want to put in. You're gonna have to input it every time. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He's got 4 clips for DMR mag in his inventory, and then once you're done with that, then you're gonna go ahead and do the double brackets at the end. Okay, so that's going to be everything for the inventory. And now all this information right here you can pull from this site right here. Pistols, all you're going to do, so we're going to go with the Glock 17, the G17. Glock 17 would be this right here, and then you can find their magazine types under magazine types. You can just copy and paste, and it'll get set up like that in the game for it. So now we're going to go into their backpack. And we need to, first thing we need to do is we need to pick a backpack type, and this is only going to be opened up with 1 bracket. And so we're going to go back to our Armatech real quick here, and go to bags, click on bags there, and now there are a number of different backpack types in here, but only a few of them work, so we'll just go with the Alice pack right here. The TK Alice pack, I believe, is slightly different. This is the Takistan Alice pack. If you want the DayZ Alice pack, it's going to be DayZ. That's going to be the traditional one. So we'll just go ahead and stick with DayZ in the front of your backpacks. So DayZ Alice pack right here, DayZ_Alice_pack_EP1. Everything is case sensitive, so be sure you're getting it right. End it in quotes, and then go ahead and put a comma. Now this stuff, these right here, these brackets and quotes and brackets, I don't think are necessary, but I put them in there just because under the survivor inventories, those are there. So I think it's actually required for the game to register. So just go ahead and throw them in. It's not going to mess everything up by having it in there. It'll just be something good to have. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there, and then once you've got this first line in, and then you're going to start talking about the things that are in your actual inventory. Okay, so first part is items, double bracket, double bracket in the front to open it up, and then quotations, put the items in, item blood bag, item painkillers, item antibiotics, item morphine, item epinephrine, so on and so forth. Okay, so then you have that stuff in there. Then you close it off with one single bracket and a comma, then you open up a second bracket. This last portion right here is going to tell the game how many of each item is going to be in there. So the first one was be in relation with the first item, so we have 2 blood bags. We've got 2 painkillers, 1 antibiotic, 2 morphine, so on and so forth, and the last one, 3 M9SD rounds in there. Okay, so that's basically just telling the game, hey, look, this is how many of each we're going to want put into the backpack, and it'll take care of that for you. Then for models, I gave him the Sniper 1 DZ. That's going to put him in a ghillie suit starting off, and then the description is going to be, I put the player's name, and then for the fourth one here, I put the Sniper loadout. Pretty easy. Now that you've created it, all under insert, mind you, go into insert, ID, 5, inventory, put all the inventory information in there, backpack, model, and description. You need to make sure you have the model set right, otherwise the character will not load in at all. If something's messed up in the backpack or the inventory, then you'll just have an inventory problem and a backpack problem, but if you don't get the model right, then you will not have anyone load in at all. Now, next thing you need to do is go to Custom Loadout Profile. This is going to say, I want this custom ID that we set up in the Custom Loadout section to go to this player. So you do Insert, okay, and then you're going to select from your custom loadouts that you've made. I've only made 4. And then you're going to need to put the character's unique ID in, and the way you do that, go to Profile, find the player's name, because each unique ID is set to their player's name, and then select their unique ID, copy and paste it into the unique ID section under the Custom Loadout Profile. Click Go on that, and then every time they die, it's not going to take effect right when they log in for this time if they're still alive. Every time that they die, then they will load in with this set profile. Now there is one other place that I would recommend going in order to go and find item names and coding, and I'm going to put that into the description because the name escapes me right now. I'm going to have to go hunting for it. I apologize, but I'm going to help out in the next video in showing you how to put items inside a vehicle. It's pretty much the same thing, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it as well. Alright, one more thing before I go, I want you guys to please go ahead and check out my community channel that I have put together for you guys. It's going to be .engine.com, as you see up here. And the site is pretty much for you guys, for those who play on my server, those who also want to find a community of players that they can play with. We do more games than just DayZ, so you just go to game info here, and we have DayZ, League of Legends, Diablo 3, StarCraft, and Han. And under DayZ section, we have a list of all the guns and pretty much all their information, damage, and clips, and so on and so forth. This is nothing to do with coding. This is purely for information in the game. But you can go ahead and you can check it out. Join the community. If you're going to join the community, on the home page, what you're going to have to do is you register. This is going to get registered on engine.com, and then you just fill out an application here, and this will help you to join the community of OneDag TV. Fill all your information out right here, and I hope to see you around. Alright, thank you. Have a great day.